All good. How was everyone? How was your weekend? Fresh and ready? Yeah, good, thanks, Aaron. Back in the land of the living. Drive home today. We're going to do a quick recap, guys, of Friday, but we're also going to do Thursdays. A few people missed out. So we're going to have a look at the trades we've taken over the last 2 trading days. So Friday was non-farm day. A lot of people don't like to trade non-farm because of the spike you can get, and Friday was a good example of that. Let me just get Mr. Squiggle out. So NZ yen, we watched it go sideways here before a spinning top. It gave a large candle. We sort of ummed and ahed about it, but ended up saying, all right, I wanted to stay away from the euro pairs, the euro yen, I mean, because it's a heavily traded pair through that non-farm. As it turned out, we got in the bottom of this large candle here, and it spiked T1. Everyone get filled on that T1? No. Too quick for some of the orders, perhaps. It spiked T1 just beyond it, but this is the problem with non-farm. This kind of action went that low and then back up here. So that's the range that it moves in that short of time. That's why some people just refuse to trade non-farm, and understandably. It then immediately tapped out the second lot at break even, so it was it was still profitable, but it was a 0.5 unit trade. You can adjust your plan, and I guess for me with non-farm day, that was a little bit on the extreme side, because normally if I don't get the setup early in the day, like say the first hour or 2 of our trading session, so somewhere here, then I won't worry about it later on. But because there was so much activity there, I decided to trade it. That's been pretty successful over the years for me. If it is beyond an hour of London Open, if you don't get the setup within, say, 2 hours of trading, don't take the signal. It gets too close. So what that does is it gives you an opportunity to get profit early in the session before this stuff occurs. The second trade on Friday was a pound Aussie trade that didn't work. We traded this pair, was it the Wednesday or maybe in the Tuesday? We shorted it from this. We had a sneaky cluster here, this fib cluster. We shorted it here. It got to T1 and then back to our stop. So it was a plus 0.5, and then it took us out and gave another signal the following day here. We shorted off this bar here off the mid band. Non-farm happened, and that was a stop out. So that was a losing trade, that second one. The first one was a winning position. The second time we attacked it, it was a losing trade. Now it seems to be giving divergence. It's still telling you it's bearish, but that one didn't work either. The other trade we took on the Thursday was the euro dollar, and again it was a nice move to the downside. nice retracement back to the outer band, a nice bearish engulfing candle, and it made it to T1. The following morning I decided to cash in, so that was a plus 0.5. It did actually go on to T2, and some people stayed in that, and you can see there's the second target there, that little dashed line, and it did actually get there before coming back. But my general rule is, especially if there's divergence, is if I get in on the London session, the following morning, if I get up and there's divergence such as this, especially on a 1 hour chart, I'm out of there. I'm taking my money and I'm out of there. So that was a double bottom with bullish divergence, more than enough reason for me to take profit. Yeah, so if you close them both out down here, Aaron, so that's T1, and then a couple of hours later when you wake up, you're still here. That's about, you can work out exactly, but that's a 1 unit trade because you've exited both lots around that T1 area. Yep. If the TMAC goes against you, that's another exit signal, Aaron. Yep. On a 4 hour chart, I use that. Sometimes you get a squeeze like this in a short position, and you get a green arrow. Well, we know how well this thing holds a trend. It's right way more than it's wrong. As in, I know it's lagging, but usually if this says bullish, it wants to go like this. So I'd rather just cash in, move on, wait for another one. It's especially in this situation here. This is the Friday morning, especially divergence. If you're in profit and it hasn't gone the full distance that night on a 1 hour chart, and you've got divergence, there's no way that I would hang in a position. So let's go and have a look. I have not looked at the charts at all today. I've just opened